Hello, welcome to C language technical discussion. I am Rajendra here from APSSDC. So far we are discussing on strings concept. Yesterday we have done some introduction to strings. I will give you the summary of yesterday's concept, means a previous session concept. String is not a data type. String is nothing but a collection of characters. String is nothing but a collection of characters. String is nothing but a character array. String is nothing but a character array, and every string is denoted by double strings. Every string is denoted by double strings, and every string ends with a \0. So today also we will go for some more string initialization. Let us see the PPT so that you will understand the initialization. Here character str of 9. Here 9 is the size of the string. Size of the string. Here just it is a initialization. But if you want to write entire string, means entire sentence, you can write by using the double quotes. Ends with a semicolon, and within the double quotes you can write any story that is treated as string, but that size should be same. Here I like C. Okay. In the same initialization also we can do in character wise also. In character wise also we can do, but this second approach is we do not use regular. Generally only first one only we use. Another approach is also there, string initialization, third way, that is by using the pointers, but the pointers were not discussed so far. So, I am not discussing this third approach now. Okay. Char star p equal to I like C also we can write, but you do not know, but I have not discussed on pointers till now. So, I am talking about only these two initializations. So, another point here, A within single quotes A and double quotes A both are different. Single quotes A and double quotes A both are different. Single quotes A character constant, whereas double quote A is a character with two elements. How can you say that it is two elements? We know that string means \0 is also stored. \0 A plus \0. So, total two elements. What is the format for string? %s is the format specifier for strings. %s is the format specifier for strings. Here scanf %s w semicolon. Okay. Here whereas w is a string variable. String variable. Printf %s w. Okay. Here we are not writing the ampersand, because here w is nothing but a array variable. Array itself is a address. We do not write ampersand here, because w itself is a address here, starting address, base address we are writing. So, now we talk about how do you read the strings. Okay. Now we are going to discuss how do we read the strings. Reading a string. Reading a string. Char city of 15 semicolon. Here city is the array name, array variable. 15 city is the array variable, char is the data type, 15 is the size of the string. Scanf within double quotes %s we have to use for strings, comma city, semicolon. This is a reading for the strings. Okay, this is reading for the string. Here array name is used without a subscript and there is no ampersand before the array name. Okay, here we do not use, why we do not use ampersand in scanf? In scanf, because only we use array name, that is string name, string variable. Is without a subscript, whereas in arrays if you do, compare with some other array, means integer array or float array, we use a of I, a of j, like that, but in strings we do not use a subscript, and we do not use even ampersand also, and there is no ampersand. Before the array name, when an array name is specified in this manner. So, actually we do not use the scanf function, we use the gets function. Gets function only we use to read the values from the keyboard. So, here one I will write one example here. Void main we have to declare the string declaration, that is char city. We have to mention the size here. This is string declaration array or character declaration array. Okay. Whenever this statement is executed, one variable is created here. City, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, 14, at last 14. Okay. This name of the string name is city here. Okay. Next. printf enter city name, enter city name, \n. Next, after writing this one, we have to use the scanf. There are so many ways to read scanf. Percentile s simplicity. Don't write the ampersand here. Don't write the ampersand. Only we write the base address name of the array. This is city plus 0, city plus 1, city plus 2, like this. We write the only base address here. Only if you write the name of the string, that is enough in the scanf function. No need to write the city of I, no need to use a for loop to read. Okay, this is scanf reading the. Next, closing the braces. Just I am writing the closing the braces. For suppose I entered here, suppose I entered one city name, that is HYD. HYD I entered. HYD I entered. HYD I entered. This HYD is read from the keyboard and stored into city. And stored into city. It will be stored in this manner. H Y D 3 character. After this, end of the string means \0. System will be processed the only HYD. Okay. After \0, whatever you want to store here, that is not at all processed. System will ignore that one. This is the reading from the keyboard. Another way is also reading from the keyboard, that is gets function. That is guess. Just simply I am making it comment. After printf, simply I am writing here gets of city. Gets function. So, get function will also do the same thing here. Gets city means HYD is stored into here. Okay. For example, what is the difference between the scanf and gets function here? What is the difference between scanf and gets function here? Okay, I will tell you one example. For example, I am not using the gets function. I want to use only scanf because we already worked with scanf for several times. So, we are new to gets, only we want to use scanf. Okay, I want to store something like this. Instead of HYD, I want to store Ram Charan. Ram space Charan. Ram space Charan I want to store in the city. Instead of city, here I am I want to write here name. Here also I am modifying this one. Okay. So, we know that an array is created. The size is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on, last is 14. Last is 14. It will be stored like this. So, after entering the RAM, I want to give the space here. I want to give the space here, but system will treat that space is whenever the moment you give the space, system will read one \n. \n means end of the string. So, it will be stored like this. It will store like this, that is RAM only will be storing in the string. Okay. This space children will be ignored by the system. Space children is ignored by the system. So, but how do we store even children also, space also? Means do not give the space here. If you want to use the scanf function, do not use the space. Simply you have to write RAM without space children, then only it will be stored here, because space is will be treated end of the string for the scanf. To avoid such kind of problems, we prefer gets function. We prefer gets function. So, remember one thing, while you are reading a string, better to use gets function instead scanf. Instead scanf, better to use gets function. Okay. So, that we can, if you use the same name here, we will store like this, RAM Charan \0. It will be stored in this manner. Okay. That is the reason we use the gets function instead scanf. So, better not to use scanf for the strings. Okay. And another difference is, it is a formatted function, it is a unformatted function. It is gets is only for strings. To process, to read the strings only we use gets. So, we will write here summary whatever we discussed now here. First point, what we have, scanf function. Scanf function does not read multi-word. Okay. For example, Ram Charan. So, here scanf function reads only RAM, because blank space has been given after RAM. The moment we gave blank space, compiler assigns a \0. Okay. That is, it will be stored like this. Okay. This is a, in this way it will be stored. So, to avoid such kind of problem, second one, use gets function to avoid the above problem. To avoid the above problem. So, gets function means gets function. It is used to read characters entered at the keyboard until you press enter key, until you press enter key. So, spaces and tabs are acceptable, perfectly acceptable. As part of the input string. As part of the syntax is here is the syntax of the gets of any string name or any array name. Here array means only string, character array, char array. Okay. And string can be used for integers and scanf can be used for integers and strings, but whereas gets is used only for strings, only for strings. You cannot use for it is integer array. Gets cannot be used for integer array. We have to use only for strings. So, next to displaying the strings here. Now, I want to write displaying the strings. Gets, we have already seen name. So, that is name is space Charan. Size is 14, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. /0. So, now I want to display the string. To displaying the string, So, how do we display? That is simply printf %s, what is a string, that is name, or simply I am writing here only a. So, this is a printf %s a. No need to write here loops, simply you can write a. But whereas in integer array we used looping statements, that is loop in I equal to 0, I less than or equal to size minus 1, semicolon I plus plus, printf percentile d, comma a of I, like that we used. But here no need to use, simply only single statement is enough for the strings, printf %s. Whenever this statement is executed, this is Ram Charan is printed, Ram space Charan is printed. Excuse me. Okay. Next, I want to write something like this, printf %s. Now you have to tell the output a plus 1. What is the output of this one? Here output is, this R is ignored. R means a of 0, a of 1, that is a. Here next address is a plus 1. Okay, that is from here onwards only it will be processed, that is we will get space Charan. So, every character from address till \0 is displayed. So, here for example, I want to write like this, printf %s a plus 2. Now, the meaning of this one is from a plus 2 till \0 is displayed. Okay. This a plus 1 will be ignored, only from wherever a plus 2 is address is there, from that to \0 till \0 is displayed, means here M space Charan only displayed, M space Charan only displayed. Okay. Next, so this is a, here a contains some address, a plus 1 contains some address, this address may be 1000, this address may be 1001, 1002, like this. Okay. This is my assumption. Okay. Next, I want to display only some character but not entire string. Then what is the process? Then we have to write something like this, printf character only. So, %c comma percentile C A of 2, A of 2, A of 2. Here A of 2 means A of 2, that is M is displayed, only M is displayed. Only M is displayed. Now I want to display the address. This address I want to display. What is the format specifier, that is printf percentile U next simply array name of the array, means this 1000 is displayed, means actually this is my assumption, it will be starts with 0x something like that. It is represented in the form of the hexadecimal form. Addresses are represented in the form of the hexadecimal form. This is my assumption only. This we will get. Okay. Here also no need to use the looping statements to display the strings. Simply you can use the printf s. You can also use puts function. Okay. You can also use puts function. Puts of array, name of the array, entire string will be displayed. Entire string will be displayed. Percentile s is the format specified for strings. Percentile s is for the format specifier for strings. Okay. So, we will instead of this one we can use puts function also, so that entire string can be displayed. I am making comment puts of A, that is it. We will get this output. We will get that output. Puts. Here puts is a predefined function and which is defined in stdio.h, which is used for to display a string, and puts belongs to a unformatted function. It is just like a printf. Printf is used for integer array, float array and integers and others. Puts is only for using to display strings. Okay. So, we will I will give you the notes here, whatever I have discussed. It works, this function works exactly opposite to gets function, that is which gives output to the output string to the screen from memory, that is from the array we declare until it reaches the null character. Until we reaches the null character, that is a puts function. Puts exactly, it is just like a printf function. It is just like a printf function. Okay. So now you understood that in scanf function we don't use the ampersand and we don't use the subscripts for this strings function. We don't use the subscripts, we don't use the ampersand to read a value from the keyboard. Okay. Instead of scanf we can use the gets also. Here also instead of printf we can use puts also. So, in tomorrow's topic we use string handling functions, string copy, string concatenation, string length, all the predefined function and character handling functions. In tomorrow's concept we are going to use. String handling functions, and after the strings handling functions and character handling functions we are going to discuss and pointers, very important, that is okay. This is a today's session. If you have any doubts you can send your doubts to my mail ID. Please send your doubts to rajendra.apssdc@gmail.com. This is my email address. You can send your doubts to this mail ID. I will respond to your doubts. Okay. Thank you.